Cybernation Uncensored.
Hey, what's up? We're officially live. Everyone can see us and hear us now. Everyone check your mic, say hi. Hey. So yeah, chat, let us know if anybody's muted, anybody's frozen. We'll try to get that fixed right away. Sometimes glitches happen along the way, so just let us know. This is our weekly Cyberpunk Red gameplay we do right here, same place, same time on this channel. Before I get into the team and a little recap and we get into the gameplay, let's first do... oh, you can't hear them? Hold on one second. All right, everyone say hi again.
Hello.
Hello.
Stop, criminal scum.
Nice. I had there we are. There's back. ELH, thanks. Gave the shout out there, letting us know that we were muted. Well, I guess some of us were muted. Maybe I wasn't, because I see Rufio said hey when I said hi. So I apologize. But yeah, this is our Cyberpunk Red gameplay every week. But like I said, before we get into it, before I do the recap, introduce the team and all that stuff, let's first go around the table. Everyone introduce yourself. Let people know where they can find you online, and then introduce your character as well. Will, you want to start it off?
Hi, I'm Will. You can find me on Twitter at Billy Huddles. You might see me on the Cyberpunk Discord as Rook so often. Working on starting up a Twitch account, streams, stuff, so keep posted. But I'm going to be playing No Sticks the Netrunner. Trying to mind my P's and Q's and steal this shit.
Yeah, to say the least. Hey, Nick.
There. This is Nick King. I am. You can find me online at the King Square on Twitter and a number of other places, including TikTok. On our Discord server, I am RobGrad98, and tonight I will be playing Hank C, the Rocker Boy.
Oh yeah, you will be. Raven.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. Tonight I'll be playing Belladonna Jax, the Ripper. You can find me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. And be on the lookout for my High Riders campaign. Thank you.
And Alex.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex Maxwell. You can find me under the moniker Stormwolf92 wherever games are played, including on Twitch when I do stream on the odd occasion. You can find me on TikTok and on my blog, Maxwell Musings. Wednesdays, we're taking a bit of a hiatus because we are recording an Octoon Cthulhu podcast in the style of the old-fashioned radio drama. It'll be coming out hopefully at the end of the year, along with our Raven's Rook, like D&D, like city book. It's a lot of fun if you like, grimdark stuff that's not quite Warhammer. But today I will be playing the team solo, Scarecrow, Scary, or Scarebear. It depends on what it's going to be this week. And yeah, I'm here to mop up any messes, or maybe create some. We'll see.
Well put. Yeah, and the overlay is not big enough to hold all those handles, so I just went with Scarecrow for now. We'll see what we get it down to eventually, right? And yeah, last but not least, April. What's up?
My name's April Hill. You can find me at stiletto_assassin on Instagram and stiletto DM on Twitter. And yeah, I'm the community manager for Modifius. So we don't make this game, but we make some other cool games like Octoon Cthulhu, Fallout, Dune, Adventures in the Imperium, all that. I will be at Gen Con, so hopefully we'll see some of you there. Stop by the booth and come and say hey. But yeah, so I'm playing Kish. She is the effervescent, bubbly media who might be getting everybody in some trouble or out of trouble or both.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how those dice end up, right? And yeah, hey, I'm the Game Master here. I'm Rob Mulligan, and I'm the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. Check us out. You're right here on the Twitch channel, or maybe you're watching the VOD on YouTube. Either way, check out Cybernation Uncensored, both on Twitch, on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, Go to Twitch if you're on YouTube. Go to YouTube if you're on Twitch. Show me some love. I'd appreciate that. Also, we have a really active Discord. We have a Twitter account, Instagram. Anywhere you see social media, you can find Cybernation Uncensored. And it's not just me as a game master. We showcase other game masters as well. Like Raven said, she's got a High Riders campaign that'll be starting up very soon. We have GM Capricious Nature running Fallout every Friday. He just got done with his Nomads, a Cyberpunk Red campaign that was ongoing for a long time. And then we've got some other game masters kind of in the works that I'm not announcing yet that should be coming up in the near future, as well as some one-shots and other things. I also do series, tutorials, game master tips, all kinds of stuff. So, like I said, check out Cybernation Uncensored. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to all my supporters on Patreon. Check out the Cybernation Uncensored Patreon if you want to support me and the community that I'm creating and trying to push and promote. It's helping us create more gameplay and all kinds of other stuff, as well as just general support so I can push out some promos and get more gameplay and lots of other series and things in the works, a documentary I'm working on, as well as some other things, which I'll be talking about very soon because I'll be shooting some of that at Gen Con, which I'm looking forward to see in April, as well as some of my other players that'll be at Gen Con. If you're listening to this and you're going to be at Gen Con, stop by booth 1740. It's the Sirenscape booth, and say hi to myself and my beautiful wife, Valerie. But yeah, let me give a shout out to Kevin Moreno, Joseph Holder, Naomi Madlass, William Huddleston, Jamie Minch, John Erfurt, Leaded Coffee, Michael Edmonds, a.k.a. Kira, Chris Anderson, Matt James, GM Reservoir Panda, Roten, a.k.a. Renegade 420, Revolver Gray, Samurai Max, Steve Barr of Sirenscape. Shout out to Sirenscape, official sponsor. Also be with them at Gen Con, like I said. Zeno, Zach, GM Capricious Nature, Cyber Smiley, Raven, Andy Stretton, Copious Salt, Derek Lawrence, Daniel Terry, Alex Maxwell, Nicholas King, Tracy Goodwin, a.k.a. Stink Palm. Thank you guys so much, seriously, for being the fuel on my fire. You keep me creating content and pushing things forward. It means a lot to me, seriously. Let's get into the gameplay. This is Team Nevermore. They're pretty much owned by Raven Microcybernetics. If you're not familiar with Cyberpunk Red, during character creation and your life path, you can sell yourself to a crime family, the military, or a corporation and basically get some more money, but then they pretty much own you in one way or another. Our team found out that they have something implanted in them that at any moment, some of the bosses there can kind of trigger something and it renders them unconscious. I think Belladonna did some type of scan, couldn't really figure it out. She knows something is in the nervous system, probably base of spine, brain area. With the way that it reacted to the body, she could kind of figure that out, but nothing was coming up in the scan, so that's pretty crazy. But aside from that, yeah, the first gig that they're kind of told to do, for a nominal fee that is to go to the Rockland Augmentics release party for their micro nano chip, their perpetual power nano chip that they have on display for 2 weeks. They're doing a themed party at this club, Euphoria, where it's on display, just doing some promos 2 months before it hits the market. But yeah, Raven Microcyb wants the team to go steal that chip and make it look like Savage Docs did it. So Kish, their media, needs to gather enough evidence along the way. They need to kind of use the media in a different way with this team. They kind of, instead of, finding evidence and breaking a story and proving it, they kind of have to plant evidence and make the evidence themselves so their story makes sense to pin it on Savage Docs while they steal the chip for Raven Microcyb. So it's kind of sticky. They've been through some stuff. They stole a pass. They've been talking to some of the Tiger Claws, because Tiger Claws and Yakuza are part of Savage Docs. They kind of protect it and hang out there. Yeah, lots of other things have happened along the way in the club and just different things. I recommend everybody check out the VODs on the Cybernation Uncensored YouTube to catch up with Team Nevermore. I think that's a pretty decent recap. Any other important things I should mention other than Hank C's trying to perform the club? You kind of got on the club list, but you had to deal with the promoter and that band, the main band that's booked there. Is there any other little key things I should mention for chat or anybody that wants to catch up? Or is that pretty good?
The case that we're going to be getting.
Oh, that's right. That's right, yeah.
To store the chip because it has to be kept at sub-zero temperatures.
Yeah, Kish has a good hookup. One of her media hookups, or hookups through being a media, is at Biotechnica. Her girl Bianca, who let her get some information on that coolant chassis that goes with the chip. Biotechnica partnered with Rockland Augmentics for this perpetual power chip. And Hank called his contact numbers to make a custom case based on the stats that Kish was able to kind of secretly videotape and get from the Biotechnica lab. And they should be getting that case by Friday. The team now, they just got to sleep the night before because I know Gnostics needed to heal up a little bit. He did catch on fire dealing with the system in the club for a moment there. But yeah, let's take it from right there. I would say, the team would get their sleep. Gnostics, you'd get your body stat back to your HP. Anybody else as well, if they took any damage. I don't think anybody did. The team would wake up the next day, do their morning rituals, get dressed, do what they have to do at their given living pods, hotels, motels, shipping containers, wherever they're living. And then you're going to meet up at Raven Microcybernetics in the conference room like you usually do in the morning the next day to discuss things. And like I said, we can always streamline to Friday's event, or we can take it day by day. I know there's certain things that you guys want to do along the way in prep. So let's just start at least the very next morning. Everyone meeting up in the conference room. I'll bring up the imagery of Raven Microcybernetics while I pull up some Sirenscape City sounds as you step into Night City. There you go. And I'll let this team kind of take it from there. All of you met up in the conference room there at Raven Microcybernetics. And I think it'd be cool is one by one we go around the table. Everybody describe what the rest of the team is looking at. How did everyone kind of dress and prepare themselves today as they're sitting down around this conference table? Gnostics, you enter the room. What are you looking like?
He'd be coming into the conference room. Obviously, hit up the office break room and snagged a bunch of snacks. Not even knowing, like, raided the fridge there, just coming in there. Looking a little greasy, a little worn for wear. Probably slept in the same clothes, so I mean, just kind of came in looking the exact same way I did yesterday, just more disheveled and probably lost a little sleep after I had that being set on fire. But you just sit down and just unload a bunch of snacks and other people's food from the break room fridge.
Did he at least hop in a shower or give himself a quick rinse, or is he still smelling a little bit like charcoal in an old fireplace?
Yeah, a little bit like charcoal in an old fireplace.
I like it. Nice. Kish, you enter, you smell the room before you enter it. It still smells like Gnostics was burning a little bit, but you enter. What's Kish looking like?
She is intently typing away on her agent. But she's got like some knee-high combat boot things going on with some neon shoelaces, like hot pink, leather shorts, super cute, bright. I mean, very, very candy rave thing going on. But yeah, she's very, or I am very just intently typing away on to my dad.
Nice. What about Scarecrow?
As Scarecrow comes in dressed as he usually is, that same kind of like off the rack 3-piece suit armor jack. But it's the purpose, like it's a 30% chance that he comes in as he is this morning, which is when he's got like a lint sheet and he's just taking off patches of cat hair from Gnostic's cat. Because if there's one thing he loves almost as much as his sister, it's that freaking cat.
Nice.
It's like your child says hello, by the way.
Closing now.
Yep.
Glad he was.
Nice. What about Hank? Hank just walked in. What's up?
Hank's wearing, as always, his leather jacket, leather armor jack that is covered in old band patches and very bohemian dress, like, some torn up jeans, also, light armor jack jeans, band t-shirt with a skull, because you see, at this point he understands quite simply that all of them are dead men walking, with his spiked baseball bat strapped to his back. His SMG is hidden under the left side, and on his right hip is his heavy pistol that he always keeps with him. And as soon as he walks in, he just goes, "Yep, Gnostics is here."
Want some food, mate?
Oh, excellent food.
And then the door opens immediately after that. Everyone's getting there within seconds of each other. Who's walking in, Belladonna or Jax? Or do you just want to play it out?
Belladonna walks in.
Nice.
Strolling in, fresh crop white t-shirt, nomad leather jacket, nomad style freaking look, and leather jacket, leather pants, combat boots, emo bunny backpack in her back. Takes it off. I want to get to the table. Kind of starts rummaging through it. Takes out a bottle of synthahol or whiskey, and some takeout from last night. And also looks at Gnostics and says, it just makes a comment that you could at least shower.
I mean, have you seen those community showers in the whole
It's impolite to the rest of us.
I didn't realize it was a fashion contest.
Okay.
Not exactly fashion, it's just personal hygiene.
Get some nasal filters in.
I do have nasal filters.
Scarecrow and I live in the same cargo complex that you do, and we both took showers.
Yeah, but those community showers are fucking disgusting. I'd rather be disgusting on myself than stepping in with other people's stank.
Just kind of get up from the table and kind of stroll into the hallway. Come back with a with a fire hose if I can find one. Who's got the soap?
I think they charge us for that.
I don't care.
I do.
I think if we damage this conference room, they're gonna take it out on us. So let's not do that.
All right, I'll pick up some like cologne or something at like a bodega.
It's not a substitute for a shower, my friend.
Yeah, no, it isn't. Like I'm a punk rocker. I understand wanting to live in your own funk, but come on, there are limits.
I don't usually spend as much time around other people, so.
I walk back the fire hose.
Do you not date or?
In this city.
I mean, in this situation.
I mean, I haven't been on a date since like, year is it? It's been a while. It's been quite some time. So I mean, I don't really looking. Just trying to make money. I'm gonna survive.
Let us get you cleaned up and we get you hooked up with that cute little manager thing at the club. Like, y'all are both into like techie stuff, right? That could work.
Well, I mean, that's going to depend on whether or not the manager survives this heist.
Don't kill her, and then you can ask her out later.
Break open like a small thing of like Hostess cakes or whatever the equivalent is, and just kind of just look at Kish and just go,
I mean, unless the bartender was more your speed, in that case, you still need to get cleaned up, and then we could totally like get like you to fix his robot again.
Why not both of them? I mean, this city's pretty progressive. I mean, like, both of them. I steal from them, and then I take them both on a date.
Wow, that's ambitious. We should definitely get you cleaned up first, though.
For business, when's your friend getting here? Friday?
yeah, we've got one more day before the Headbangers Ball. So, Kish, I got a question for you. You know this far better than the rest of us. How do we make the story that Savage Shots is behind this more believable to the mass audience?
Because be there. So they were there. They're bad guys. Who else could have done it?
Okay, so
That's
we
as
already
far
got
as I
them
can
there.
get.
Okay, so we've got them there, thanks to you.
And pictures, and that one video of the other dude that was scratching the ice.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they were obviously tampering, that we're gonna like doctor up to make it look like, oh no, I feel bad that we're gonna make Toto be like the one that looks like, oh well, it's fine. Like, I'm into bad boys, so maybe like after he gets out of prison or whatever, we can grab it's fine. Okay, so yeah, so that, doctor that, we're gonna do pictures of that and videos of that. Fine, right? Like, what else do we need?
Jack, do you still have that name badge that you grabbed from Savage Shop?
We'll give it to Gnostics.
Oh, that's right, you did. Gnostics, you still got that badge?
Oh, there it is. Call it.
Okay, so can you make that badge, the holographic image on it, can you change that to Toto or one of the other Tiger Claws from the clinic?
I could.
Okay.
Might take me a lot of time, but I suppose I could.
If we leave that behind at Euphoria, like around where the ship is held, do you think that might help boost some of the believability of this?
I mean, depending on how good the tech is, you might be able to tell that it's been tampered with. So it depends on who's finding it and how long that sticks around. Maybe they just take it at face value. Maybe they try to look a little bit into it, and a really good tech might be able to tell that it's been tampered with. So
Yeah, and basically, you know, whereas Gnostics is, you know, preem the system and can create viruses and situations through the system for cameras and control nodes and things involving in the system. When it comes to this physical item, you know, it's a basic tech check to be able to alter it. So whether Gnostics has good basic tech, Belladonna Jax might also have decent tech, being a med tech. I'm not sure where everyone's skills lie, but just keeping that when a physical item, anybody could have good basic tech, and that would be the best person to fuck with that and get it looking like, you know, it's one of the Tiger Claws, if that's what you're trying to do, or if you're trying to make it look like a different Savage Docs employee, or leave it as that. It depends on whatever you guys want to do with it.
yes, that's
Do
exactly.
any of us have a contact that is into fake IDs and stuff like that and doing this sort of thing? Like that's their specialty? Do any of us, would any of us know anybody like that?
I'll take a street deal and see if anybody does. Normally I do a luck check, but let's do street or streetwise or whatever.
We can
I always get 2020 and red mixed up between streetwise and street deal, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. There we go. Well, yeah, Hank already beat it. That's perfect. I just need to beat a 15. Anybody else got streetwise? Who didn't go?
I don't have any skills in Streetwise.
You
Don't
can
have
still
that.
roll it. Even if you don't have the skill, you can still click on it, and it'll just use, you know, the base of. Just curious. Nice. See, look at that. I was looking for 15 or higher, and both, yeah, Hank and Belladonna both know people, and it makes sense. You know, Hank being the rocker boy and kind of the guy from the streets and touring and back clubs and bars. He knows somebody to get fake IDs to get certain fans in, do touring, cross borders, do whatever he needs to do. Belladonna obviously being, you know, a little shady with one of those personalities, doing Ripper Doc style shit, obviously would know someone. Maybe even I'll even do a luck check on either one of you two to see if maybe one of them owe you a favor, because it makes so much sense to a rocker boy and media and med tech based on that Ripper Doc situation.
I don't really have any friends.
No for me.
Like, I don't have any friends.
Yeah, no for me, because I rolled a 9,
Oh, okay.
I got it.
but Jack did.
Nice, yeah. Belladonna or Jax, whichever one, and I'll let this be your call, Belladonna or Jax. Which one would be owed the favor and why? I would say it would definitely involve some med tech patch them up sort of thing. Maybe they couldn't pay. I don't know, but they definitely owe you something. They owe you a favor.
It's Jax.
Of course it is.
Nice. We'll say let's go with Igor.
Announced
Are you
I
preferring
that was a weird notification.
Igor? Yes, we are those kind of nerds.
Yep.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's pronounced
we-
Igor.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
sure it's not Igor.
And
Yeah, you can go with
Jax gave him the set I give.
that. Yeah. But Jax, yeah, you know, we'll say you know an Igor, and you can, you know, he owes you a favor. Jax patched him up not too long ago, you know, maybe a few months ago. He came in, Just one of those anonymous things like no talk, no whatever, just patch me up. I don't have any money, but just patch me up, I'll owe you. And you did it. He's a low-level fixer. But fixers are kind of good to have in your back pocket. But yeah, you can give him a call and he answers. Already calling a favor, huh?
Yeah. I'm calling him up. And the answer.
Oh yeah, he answered. Yeah, you're already calling in a favor. He said when you answered.
Okay. Oh.
Or when you called.
Hey Igor. I am calling in my favor. I need something.
Okay, that's good for me. Just wash it right away. Let's do it. What do you need?
Offline. What are we asking him for?
Modifying the badge card from Savage Dock so that the image on it is Toto, and
Okay.
make it and do it good enough to where if it does go through any scrutiny, it holds up.
Okay. So I need a hollow badge, doctored.
Oh, okay. Easy. Yeah, what do you need?
I'm gonna send you the deets now.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. I could knock that out in like 30 minutes to an hour. I just gotta get into the coding. Send it to me.
Sent it to you like 10 seconds ago.
Oh, okay. Well, yep. I'll hop off. I'll hit you back. Bye. He hangs up.
Like, you can, for sure trust this person.
My recollection of him is kind of fuzzy. Wasn't. Let's see.
Could have used that favor somewhere else. Maybe.
Kish, give me a human perception.
I have other favors I can call in.
Great.
Well, Jax, if you trust him, then I'll go with you.
It's kind of fuzzy on whether or not I can trust him.
And yeah,
I just have this sneaking suspicion.
Yeah, and Belladonna, give me a human perception. This will just be a little.
Come off more believable.
Yeah, well, no, just a little contested thing. If this is Belladonna, what I'd like to play into that is, Belladonna may. Okay, yeah. So Kish isn't getting a good read on it, but I think the vibe there, just within Belladonna, is the favors owed to Jax. Obviously, Jax trusts it because it's like this fixer needs me, I need him. Like we trade favors, but maybe Belladonna doesn't trust it as much, So maybe that's a little apprehensive attitude since it's Belladonna right now.
She's apprehensive, or I'm apprehensive as Belladonna because I actually haven't met this guy.
I think everyone is kind of realizing something's up now. There's no roll needed. I think you can do the math. Everyone can do the math, and it might be a bit of a moment.
Yeah. You know what?
I hope you're a bit more
Belladonna?
confident when you're actually doing surgery and stuff.
I'm when it comes to surgery, I'm rock solid. It's, my memory is kind of fuzzy sometimes.
What was that, Hank?
Bella, honestly, I've noticed a few things over the last few days. And at first I was a little worried. But honestly, I don't care. As long as you're solid and as long as you do what you can to help us succeed, I don't give a shit what's going on.
Good. Let's leave it at that.
That's fine with me.
We talked briefly about snatching up a Tiger Claw uniform. Is that still on the table, or do you think we don't need that with our current plan as it is? One way to tip the scales and the narrative we want is for our media here to release the story before anyone in corporate higher-ups get their hands on it. Public opinion, PR nightmare, that's going to turn everything into an oil slick. It's going to catch on wildfire.
scary? Don't you think that might cause a little bit of unwanted attention?
Well, that's why I'm going to be the one wearing it. She won't see my face, but she'll see the tiger claw colors.
And if Kish records the heist, or at least catches it, herky jerky style enough to capture that you're wearing the colors but not your face, that would definitely add to the believability, I think. Okay, so Gnostics, I know you got fried last night trying to help this out a little bit, and for that I apologize, but given where we were, picking a fight with the Tigers right on their home turf was not a good idea.
Like, when you were in there, did you see anything that you could use to leave as like a breadcrumb trail, like a techie breadcrumb trail? Because like when you get into like the computer system thingy, I don't really know like how you do what you do, but like there are things. Can you leave stuff behind to point towards that they did it? Is that a thing?
I mean, I suppose I could leave, that was just a park fucking network, so, yeah, but yes, I could, leave a virus in there and, a false digital little fingerprint. Depends on if it's believable or not, but most netrunners aren't going to be that obvious. I'd be able to leave a virus that leaves, a trace that looks like it was somebody else trying to cover their tracks.
You do that at E4?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Not over in there. Over there, that was a parks network, so.
All right. So, Scarecrow, if we go get some tiger claw thread, we're gonna have to take it off somebody. What if we post up at Savage Doctor outside of the can town, catch a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them away from the rest of the group, take them down. Granted, it's going to be potentially lethal, and some of us might get injured. Thankfully, we have the Ripper Doc, but there could be a way for us to get the threads we need.
I think one of those 2 young bucks that took issue with you playing was in my size.
Yeah, but that means going back to the sushi place, and that's hardcore their territory. If we pick a fight there, they've got the numbers, we don't.
To be honest, we never grabbed the sushi while we were there. And that's kind of the whole reason why I wanted to go in the first place.
Might just some sashimi,
So there were what, 7 or 8 tiger claws inside the park? And there were 2 that walked out, plus however many were in the building? We may be good, but...
Snatch their jackets from the coat clerk? You know how we had to turn in our weapons and everything the first time we went into the club? Could we break into that? Maybe they had to take off their jackets and then we could just go snatch them and wear them.
But the problem is if they're in the club, they're really going to be able to see us, and they're really going to be able to still, they're clearly tiger claws. So they might start shit with us if we're wearing them into the club there. Especially if it's their jackets.
You've got all those patches on your leather jacket and stuff. Do you know anybody that could make replicas some of the clothes for us?
I can ask Numbers, but he's already working on the case for us. He's going to be neck deep in that.
In the fashion industry or something. Anybody like that? No?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Well, whoever did your patches did really good work. So.
Oh, I did all this.
Oh. Well then,
yeah.
Can you do it?
Yeah, you could do we could do a wardrobe and style check, I guess, to see how well you could put together components to mimic a tiger claw thing, if that's what you want to do, and then that would set the DV for others' perception if they're a tiger claw or somebody else, to see if it's fake or whatnot, you know. Because like Gnostics brought up, everything could be contested potentially. Sometimes you're setting a DV or whatever, but you do have you do have a few working parts here, you know, because Kish does have some of the tiger claws coming. She had that great persuasion roll when she was on the phone that not only convinced them to come to the event, but hey, you could come here and sling some drugs and stuff, so you could maybe use that as leverage to cause even more turmoil. So you at least have that option. But she has the tiger claws coming to the club. You have that pass, and you know that Belladonna or Jax's hookup is going to make that look like a tiger claw pass, like Toto working for Savage Docs. So it connects the tiger claws to Savage Docs in that. She has the video of the scratch on the glass people, which you were going to try Agnostics or somebody doctor that footage to look like the tiger claw things. So the wardrobe and style thing, Hank or anybody with, like I said, with wardrobe and style could make that check to set the DV. It's not a fail or succeed; it just sets the DV. You know.
Okay.
If you wanted to, if that's an option.
Yeah, I can definitely give that a try. I've got a few ranks in wardrobe and style. I would probably want to use my. Oh, I'm sorry.
Bella, you're good with a needle light, right? From like operating on people and stuff. Like, I'm sure you could like make sure everything looks like extra.
Ooh. You know what? I really like that. Let's do an assist if you want. Before Hank does his wardrobe and style, Belladonna could give me, some type of, look at your skills, see what you have there. Like, I don't know if you invest as a med tech in surgery since you're a Ripper Doc, like if you're doing, stuff like that. But, an equivalent skill for that would be nice, just to give him that +1 as an assist.
Do you think basic tech would work?
I'd rather lean on the med tech side of things than basic. Like if she had a surgery. Yeah, there you go. So you do have nice. I figured you would since you were going the Ripper Doc route.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give the +1 because that would have been an easy thing. I would have just made that a 9. You got an 11. I just saw it. You got give me the wardrobe and style if you want, Hank. Let's see if you can put together.
I was going to ask real quick. So usually with your agent, use your agent in conjunction. You can get a +2 to wardrobe and style on that roll. Would that be applicable here as well? So I can use the agent and look up anything related to Tiger Claw fashion as it currently stands.
Yeah, you can do that because just like you could look up current fashion and stuff. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so +3.
Reference image on the agent.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, critical failure. Nope. That would be a 7 total. Because I rolled an 11, have to subtract 7. That's 4 plus 3 is 7. Yep.
So after Hank puts this thing together, all of you look at it, and it looks kind of like it looks like a cartoon version of a Tiger Claw outfit. Like it looks like, whereas it should have been painted with oil painting, so to speak, it was drawn with crayons. Like, that's the metaphor. I don't know the simile here. I don't know the right word I'm looking for, but you can all tell it's not really hitting the mark.
I painted with watercolors instead of oils.
Right.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's a good try.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like this is not good. This is not good at all.
But we could use this to draw someone in and get an actual Tiger Claw outfit. Because I guarantee you, we go over to Savage Docs, I wear that and I go, hey, look at me, I'm a Tiger Claw, yeah, and just draw them into an alley, and we just cave their head in and take their clothes. There we go.
Oh, they could do that to you first. That would be.
By the alley, and then we jump them. Jump back into the alley when they run into the alley after it. Then we're right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're willing to put yourself into harm's way for this scarecrow, like we can do it.
It's anything for the cause. So it's either I get shot by some anonymous Tiger Claw or the boss tastes my brain again, and I'd rather go out fighting.
Fair enough. All right. So I hand you the very gaudy Tiger Claw jacket.
It's like, thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, and what's Hank?
Fantastic.
What's Hank's body stat and what's Scarecrow's body stat? I'm curious.
Hank is a body stat of 5.
8.
Yeah, this thing is extremely tight on you, Scarecrow. It's like, big guy, little jacket. What was that song that Chris Farley used to? I don't know, whatever. Yeah, it's awkward.
Go.
Body shaming.
Just T-posing around. All right.
Body shaming.
It's like
Maybe we rip off the sleeves and it like
I'll rip the sleeves off.
There we go.
And then cut you. I'll even pop my rippers and just go hold still, and I'll just cut a little bit down the sides underneath the arms,
Pink.
just to give it a little bit more freedom of movement.
Bring anything under this jacket, by the way.
I mean, I'm presuming if just put it over the suit. No, if I'm gonna be going in and just mocking some tiger claws, I'll probably just be in like my undershirt or just bare chested and just being like the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy.
Okay. So I'm hearing 0 SP
Yeah.
as you approach Savage Doc's Tiger Claws, where the Yakuza sometimes hangs too, right? I like this. Let's go for it.
I'll wear my pants.
You got your pants on. Nice.
Why not just go back over to the sushi place and kick over one of their bikes and see who follows us?
If we go to Japantown, they've got numbers. If we go to Savage Dock, the numbers are going to be a lot more normal. At least that's my thinking.
Okay. Still go over there and kick over one of their bikes and see who follows.
Yeah, and if you want to give me a deduction too, or a tactics. I know Scarecrow had tactics before. Go for that. There might be something I can indulge a little, or at least offer. Depending if your character can break it down, let's go for a deduction or tactics, whatever you have. Anybody can roll this, because the whole team's talking about these plans and things. And based on what Hank just said, it would make sense that somebody might think of this. Oh, there you go, Scarecrow. Let me see what else. If everybody else wants to roll either tactics or deduction.
Hank had a public school education.
Hey, I resemble that. Let's see here. Nice. Yeah, it looks like Scarecrow, as they're talking about it, and Hank mentions the difference between the restaurant versus Savage Docks. Yeah, you kind of get the idea here. Like, yeah, it seems like the restaurant is definitely more of a headquarters, like their hangout spot. So there's going to be more there. They deal out of the park. They hang out at the Samurai Sushi. There's probably going to be more there. Savage Docks is kind of like they help protect it and have a partnership there. They get the free stuff. Like, you know how that works. It's mostly Savage Docks employees and people coming and going. At any given time, there might be some Tiger Claws there, a couple guys out front or so. Yakuza being there is just going to be a gamble. That's going to be possibly a luck roll. I might do a positive negative roll, which will be a 50-50 chance. However that ends up rolling, that's just going to be a chance sort of thing. So your tactics and your deduction or whatever, you feel definitely Savage Docks will be the better odds of numbers,
It sounds, given our numbers and versus theirs, I wouldn't suggest sushi or just anywhere that's a nexus for their gathering in Japantown. Going over to Savage Docks and picking off the hopefully will be a bit greener guys that are cutting their teeth doing protection detail.
Really hoping to get dragon roll though, but okay.
Maybe if this all goes well, we can go get dragon rolls after.
Yeah,
Don't
we
I
can do that.
money for drugs as well? I'm sorry. I slipped my mind. But,
Drugs if you need drugs.
well, you bought some for me, and I believe I owe you money.
Yeah. I mean, or like you just pay me back whenever. I mean, I don't really need the money, but like.
I believe it's a 50.
Yeah. Fair.
You slide me over 50 pennies.
And I think they were actually like 20 apiece, so I'll give you 3.
Thank you. Oh, shall we?
I think for this one, you might want to sit this out, or at least stay out of sight. Especially since if Toto's there, we don't want you. If we're gonna have to take somebody out, like obviously we don't want to take out Toto because he's gonna be our fall guy. But they already know you there.
Yeah, that's true.
So
And I
why
don't
leave
want
it
to get
there?
dead, so. Yeah, I mean, I've got some stuff that I need to take care of anyway. So, I mean, I could stay here and be like a lookout just in case anybody tries to break in again, or like last time. Oh, but I don't want to get shot like with somebody breaking in either.
Well, we're at the corporate office.
Oh yeah, well I don't want to get zapped. I hate that Carmichael guy, but that's kind of like what I've got to deal with. So it's fine. I think I'll be fine.
Like a team.
Yeah, and that can work. We can say that Gnostics, Hank, Belladonna, or Jax, and Scarecrow can hop in a combat cab and head over to the sort of edge of South Night City over there near like the Little Europe and that whole like section where you're kind of in between Raven Microcyb, Savage Docks, and Club Euphoria. And yeah, you can go just in that area. Everyone that's going over there will say you get dropped off maybe across the street, a block down near that cafe or whatever, where you can still kind of see the place, but you're not close enough to, look suspicious. But Gnostics, Hank, Belladonna, Scarecrow, give me a perception. And then we'll go back over to Kish while you all roll that. And Kish, you're back at the conference place. I don't know exactly what you have planned, but I'd love for you to let me know, because I have an idea of something, but you said you were messaging your family, your parents, or your dad earlier. I would like to say that maybe whether you had a plan for that or not, that it started with him just checking in on you, because they want you to work for the company. They're all about Raven Microcyb. They know you sold yourself to the company, the whole sticky situation, your brother. But anyways, they somewhat look out for you, but they want you to fall in line. I would say he's checking up on you maybe, but what did you have in mind?
So this Cromwell guy is a total asshole, and he zapped me so hard. He put something in my neck or something, and I'm typing this out. I'm not on the phone. And he zapped me, and I'm doing lightning bolt emojis, and it freaking hurt, and it actually made somebody pass out. And this is bullshit. Can you get him fired?
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you get a message back, and it just says, "Honey, I'm coming down. Are you in the conference room?"
Come down, but yeah, why?
Well, I want to talk to you. You get a message of that. I'll be down there in a few moments.
And while I'm waiting on him, I'll be going through garden pages, and I'll be looking for any information on stuff that I'll be doing research on the Tiger Claws and the Yakuza, just seeing what their MO is, when they've been caught and deals and stuff like that. Anything in the news that could help us when we're planting evidence. If there's anything that they usually do, or tags or anything that they do like that.
Yeah, give me a library search. Give yourself a +2 since you're using your agent. And then back over to the team. Let me check these perceptions. C15. Nice, great library search too. Kish gives good library. Gnostics 21, nice. And Scarecrow. These are all great perception rolls. Hank with the least, but still good enough. But I'll say, as you're kind of looking over Savage Docks, you can see a couple Tiger Claws standing out front. They look like they're smoking, talking to each other, kind of joking around. You notice as people are coming and going every once in a while, they'll kind of harass a person or whistle or make a noise towards an attractive girl or a group. They'll kind of talk to each other. At one point, they flick a cigarette butt at a vehicle as it goes by and laugh. They're just kind of I don't know, Tiger Claws guarding, but it seems like what Scarecrow kind of said. Maybe a little bit green, maybe the lower level, just kind of go sit out there, be security. They're kind of fucking around a little bit, less serious, lesser of rank, maybe, is what you're kind of seeing out of that. But that's what you all see out front. You don't see anybody else, no Yakuza out there anyways. No unmarked black vehicle out front like you saw before when Yakuza was there. The regular cars kind of in that parking lot off to the side and people coming and going. That's what you see. But I'll let you all kind of discuss that if you want.
And just to be sure, neither one of them are Toto, right?
Yeah, you don't see Toto. Just two Tiger Claws that look kind of young.
Okay.
At least I'm only gross on the outside.
You have a very good point, Knocker. You have a very good point. I apologize for giving you so much shit. Particularly because you brought in snacks. Where did you get those, by the way?
Where did I get the what?
The snacks this morning. The food.
Oh, brought them from home.
No, you didn't.
Well, I think there was like a communal pot over in the break room.
Wait a minute, you stole people's food.
Man,
Gnostic,
Stealing it,
you just see Hank raise a fist in Gnostic's direction, just like, give me a fist.
Not even a perception. You see like a couple paper bags with people's names on it, like a sort of sealed Tupperware that's like futuristic electronic, keeps it cooled, has somebody's name digitally on it. Like these are definitely people's lunches and snacks and things. I like that.
Fuck.
You see him just like raise his fist, it's like, Gnostic, just give it up, man. Like, give me the fist bump. All right. And as soon as he fist bumps me, I wipe it off.
Yeah. So with the spying the Tiger Claws out front, and in his effectively like clown makeup vest, Scarecrow's just gonna like pull back the slide on his pistol to get some gun grease, and it's like horrendously like mohawk his hair. And he's like, okay.
All right, so before you go running off looking like that, goddamn. All right, looking around, do we see an area like a alleyway or like a cordoned off enclave or something where we could then ambush the group?
Yeah,
whoever follows.
Yeah, just past the cafe, when you get to the block that's directly across the street, there's an alley before you hit that block. There's an alley right after that block. There's one across the street past Savage Docks, but before it is that sort of parking lot that goes back into that sort of rundown living quarters where all that rubble was going to the street behind Savage Docks. So a few options there. You see a couple alleys across the street, one before and after Savage Docks. And then you see past the parking lot behind Savage Docks on the street back there, in between the rubble and the street, there's kind of like an enclave, I guess you would say, just a sort of a cut in or whatever. So you've got options.
Where do you think we should post that?
The more distance to spread them out, I think would be better. We can drive them across the street and pounce on them. So that way I can make distance. It gets them drawn out, and we can box them in, cut them down piece by piece.
So then, like a kitty cat.
Where do you want us?
Find concealment in the alley. Wait for me to either, if you hear me squeal when I get plugged, or if I'm running by making kabuki theater noises, spring by in the footsteps that aren't mine.
Okay.
I'll go over and give Scary a hug.
Here's
I don't
something I
think
don't
they're-
get shot.
I don't think they're gonna find you very cute, but and I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna see you again after this, but good luck.
Your faith in me is appropriate.
You want a hug from me as well?
You know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. Just get that burnt hair and bacon smell on him.
It's there.
And
It's there.
And as soon as the two of you separate, Hank looks at you and says, I'm not hugging you now. You're not getting a hug. I'll give you a fist bump.
There you go.
Scarecrow has a definite +2 in bacon and smoke smell, if that's a skill. I don't know.
So that's a new kibble flavor now.
But yeah, you do that. You kind of prepare yourself. You make the game plan. You look good. You know where you're going. You have a couple. You picked out one of the alleys, the one just past the cafe leading into it. Seems like the best to take cover because it's one of those wide ones that has dumpsters for the cafe, and then across the way it just has a bunch of garbage and shit all built up, being that this is on the edge of the combat zone. So it just makes sense that you could go down that alley and hide. So Gnostics, Hank, and Belladonna or Jax, whoever it is, give me your stealth. This will just be for you hiding behind some shit in that alley while Scarecrow does whatever he's going to do. And while you do that, let's go over to Kish. You're in the conference room, and as you're looking online, perusing databases and things on your agent, you do find pretty much any type of information that you want as far as Yakuza and Tiger Claws. It definitely seems like Yakuza is the ones in charge. They all kind of have that sort of Japanese heritage ties. They've all been tied to Arasaka at one point, if not current. And they're all tied to Savage Docks. Yakuza probably has something to do with the business side, maybe some of the funding and, some of that sort of stuff. They're definitely more crime family involved, whereas Tiger Claws are more street level. Tiger Claws are probably used for muscle, maybe intimidation, grunt work, guard the front door sort of shit, Other than that, if there's any specifics that you need to know about Yakuza or Tiger Claws to help this sort of case, evidence, anything, ask away. You had such a great library role, and also the rest of the team, when you get together at any point, if there's something you need to know about Tiger Claws, Yakuza, and you want to ask Kish, I'll chime in. She'll know it. You know what I mean? So in the future, just know that. But anything right now in particular, Kish, before your dad walks into the room?
Yeah. So do they do any graffiti or any tagging, or do they?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Yakuza, not so much. Tiger Claws, definitely.
Okay, cool. I will be taking several pictures of that for reference, and any, just any like headlines about any stuff that they've gotten in trouble for, or any, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not too much on the Yakuza, other than some past potential blackmail dealings and a couple hits that tried to get pin on them that they washed away in the courts. Other than that, Tiger Claws have plenty of stuff. Different members coming up in the news. Different ones are doing time. Some are being investigated right now. Drug dealing, lots of drug dealing. Some violent crime stuff. It seems like they kind of pinched on some businesses in different parts of the neighborhood, for protection. So there's different cases like that come up. So they're definitely lower level crime stuff and constantly in the media for different things. Just like most booster gangs.
So some of the media outlets that have been doing coverage on some of those stories, I'm going to take note of that so that I can be sending, when we're ready, I'll be sending stuff to specifically the ones that have been doing coverage on them, bad coverage. So
I like that.
Are give them like exclusive, like, I'm breaking the story first, but then I'm also sending them stuff. But yeah, that's basically it for now, guys.
I love that creative thinking so much, of not just getting the information about Tiger Claws and Yakuza stuff to kind of help make a plan or get a feel for them, between the graffiti, the different, who's lower level, who's in charge, what's going on, are they in the news. I really like your idea of looking into where they've been in the news and who kind of put out those stories as the potential for you to push your thing to. I like it enough that if you end up not getting 4 solid pieces of evidence to get that +3 or whatever it is, I need to relook, but I'll give you that +1 as just because that was so clever. That will give you the bonus if you don't get the 4 evidence. But I think you're kind of on track for that anyways. But I just want to give props for that creative thinking. That was really cool.
It's like news or CNN. Who do I want to give this story to?
Yeah. No, it makes sense. And who kind of is already associated with some Tiger Claws stuff to where they'd be like, oh, I'd love to kind of, put the nail in that coffin. I put out some stories about them in the past. Let me put out this one and really show how they're fucking up. Like that's clever. That's good. But yeah, just as you're kind of organizing your thoughts on that, doing your research, the door opens and it's your dad. And he steps in and closes the door, and he just says, "So, honey, yeah, I wanted to talk to you. First off," and he's typing on his agent while he's talking to you. But as he's typing on his agent, he's looking at you and he's talking. He says, "Look, just fall in line, honey. You know how me and your mother are. I know everything with your brother, but look, just fall in line. Whatever Mr. Cromwell says, just do it. If he implanted something, it's just a little bit of insurance. You need to just, fall in line. They have the best intentions in mind," as he's typing it. And all of a sudden your agent goes off and there's a message from your dad that just says, "Just do what you're told. These are obviously dangerous people, but they will take care of you if you can just get through this part of it."
Like, what if he kills me in the process? Like, what if I screw up? Because this thing, like, made my friend pass out.
Well, no.
I'll do everything else. I just don't want this thing in me. Like, that's freaking me out.
I know, honey, but look, it's just a little bit of insurance. Just don't even worry about it. It's not even that serious. Just do whatever Mr. Cromwell says in the company, and I'm sure if you do enough gigs, you'll see the light on the other side. Look, the rest of your family's here. Me and your mother are here. It'll all work out. All of a sudden, your agent goes off, and it says, "Yes, it's very dangerous. I know that it can render you unconscious, but there's also a lethal dose of this device. They've used it on other teams. Honey, please just be careful. Do what you're told, and you will get out on the other end." So it sounds like he's talking to you on the agent a little more real, like to the severity of the situation, but verbally, maybe because of where you're at, he's just playing it nice. The company's good. Just fall in line, do what they say. It's perfectly safe. Just a little insurance.
Like, Chuck, well, he hasn't been around lately. We were supposed to have that dinner a couple nights back, and he never showed, and I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Have you or Mom heard anything about, like, what's going on? Because usually, like, we talk all the time. Super sad,
Yeah, no, we haven't talked in a while. There's just some side things I think that he's going through and taking care of. So just don't worry about it. And then your agent goes off and it just says, we'll have to talk at a different time about what's going on. And then at this point, he looks at you, and the rest of the team, take off your headphones for a moment. Or just, mute your speaker, or
Turn down your volume.
Or volume down, whatever you got to do. Okay, he leans in and he says, "And look, and I know the company is just, giving you a nominal fee for getting through this, and I know it feels a little dangerous, but like I said, it's perfectly normal. Just get through it and do what you have to do to get out on the other side, and we'll probably be working together very soon. But look, here's a little something just to help along the way. Like me and your mother, we always try to give you an allowance and take care of you." And he kind of swipes his agent, and your agent goes off, and you have 5,000 credits in your agent.
Oh my god! Thanks.
No, as always, honey, we want to make sure you're okay. So, just take care of yourself and just get through this, and do it with a smile.
Of course, like always.
Okay, honey, thanks so much, and we'll talk soon. Let me know if you need anything.
I know, I'm great. This definitely helps. Thank you.
Yeah, and he gives you a big hug, kiss, leaves the room. Everyone else can put back on headphones.
As soon as he walks out the door, I take out my combat knife and I and I throw it out the door.
Yeah, he walks out. Everybody got their headphones and speakers back. Yeah, so he leaves the room. We'll take it back over to the team. Everyone's kind of posted up, hiding in the alley. Let me check out those stealth rolls. Okay, nice. Not bad. These will obviously be contested if that is even something that happens. If it needs to be contested, I'm just trying to set a DV for you all hiding. So I've got them there pretty decent. You're all hiding. Scarecrow. You see the two tiger claws standing out front. You're a block and a half down, still outside of them noticing you yet or whatever. What's the plan?
Scarecrow's, now that his friends are in hiding, has adopted the most like head empty gait, like skipping his like soggy gun oil mohawk flopping around. It's probably like loudly and off key singing there's the Godzilla theme or something like befittingly appropriate in the setting. Makes eye contact with the first character he says, and in the most like John Wayne trying to speak Japanese. Ah, Hirishimasen, my dude. I am one of you.
Nice. They both like look at you, then they look at each other, and they just like both of them pull out heavy pistols and start walking towards you. And this is where we'll take our 5-minute bio break. So yeah, let's take our 5-minute bio break. I'm gonna leave the mics hot in case the team wants to chat about the situation going on or anything else in chat. Mics are hot, so feel free to talk to our players and have some fun. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just 5 minutes.
Oh no!
Yeah,
there
there's
goes Tokyo.
Tokyo. Go Godzilla. Yeah.
I have to say, the version of that they did for Godzilla King of the Monsters was fucking epic.
Yeah.
Surge did a damn good job with that stuff.
Oh man, I am so glad that I have max stats and reflex and evasion right now, so I can just like full on Daffy Ducks, woo, skip and jump away. Oh man, I'm either gonna make it or I'm not. So,
Well, hopefully it won't be too bad. And good news is we have a med tech. So
we have yeah. And, apparently, it seems we've now seen what there's some things that Scarecrow has that no medtech can fix.
Well, if you need additional cyberware, I'm your girl.
Yeah. Hey. Thankfully, if I do get fucked up, I heal double my body per day instead of just the regular rate. So.
Oh, you got that implant.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I was looking at that one, but I'm like, does it make sense for a rocker boy to have this?
It depends how much the rocker boy goes out and gets shitty.
Fair. Like
How many times you fall off stage?
Hank has never fallen off stage. He's thrown motherfuckers off the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's also one of those like, how many times have you taken a stage dive and no one's got you? Do you go, it's a good idea?
I've built Hank to be sort of like I said, this sort of lightning bruiser.
Yeah.
He's not very well built, but man, if he throws down, he's gonna be quick. He's gonna be quick and fast.
Yeah, well, it's like some of the scariest MMA guys are the guys in feather and welterweight. They're freaking Wolverines.
I've never been a big UFC guy or MMA guy. My brother is, and he's hit me to a few fights. He's like, dude, he'll send me the video link for like the 5-minute recap or like the 8-minute breakdown of the fight. And he'll be like, dude, check this one out, man. Tell me what you think. And after watching, I'll be like, damn, that's brutal.
Yeah, no, it's like I've done martial arts for like a decade and change, and the guys that always kicked my ass were like in the manlet category. Those that were like, but between like 5 and 5'3", because I'm just a hair short of 6. The guys are like 6'3", 6'5". They're big, but they never made me tap out as fast as the smaller guys did. It's almost like maybe like lower center of gravity, but they know. It's like these guys, they're in my the same training regiment as me, but they just took me apart like a fucking Jenga tower. You don't have to be big.
Sing Tom, you have not missed the clusterfuck. The clusterfuck is about to happen.
Yeah, no, clusterfuck's inbound like a fucking meteor.
I was gonna if I was the other personality, I would have volunteered to lure those two freaking knuckleheads into the alleyway.
I mean, Hank could have done it as well, because I mean, I can make Hank as obnoxious as I need him to be.
No, I would have posed. Jax would have probably posed as a joy toy. kind of turn on the charm up to 11. Done some gratuitous groping and then freaking have them follow.
I'm digging this, but yeah, I'm sorry. The Kabuki Theater won out. I mean, it was just too good. What do you think? Should I go with the baseball bat, or should I go with the heavy pistol like that?
I like silent weapons, if at all possible.
Okay.
Not so silent when you freaking crack them and they scream like a little girl.
Fair. Plus, melee does have the benefit of passing any armor they're wearing. So could make it a little bit easier to debilitate them quickly.
It'd be interesting if you had your bat upgraded to a reflex, kind of a reflex baton. You swing it once and it freaking it rebounds like several times.
We can't afford those kind of toys just yet.
Not yet, but soon, eventually.
And then, well, hopefully, if we can, make some decent scratch off of, future gigs, because the 500 eddies for this gig is just way too low.
Yeah, this is chicken feed. We also need to retire our handler up somewhere upstate.
He's gone to the Botanical Farm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I had to away a bit there for a second.
He needs to have an early retirement.
Yeah. He got transferred to Biotechnica. I mean, we dumped him in a recycling vat. Judge Dredd style. Eat recycled food. Good for the environment. Okay for you.
I'm gonna witch.
That'd be, and Cyberpunk. That'd be horrendous. It would just be the bolognese sauce coming out, and then just like an arm, a leg, and like a cyber spine, just kind of like.
Get rid of freaking Sons of Anarchy style or freaking Mayans MC style. Stick them in a barrel, throw some lime and some hydrochloric acid in there, and then close it.
It's dead.
I mean, we are in Night City, and the bay is right there.
That's true. Just toss them in a barrel and then freaking pretend it's Niagara Falls.
That is in my Tuesday game. That is how the leader of the Triads made an example of a Maelstrom guy. Is that the player's been like helping out with the Triads because the Maelstrom made a mess at the night market, and there's a lot of fishing metaphors, and it's like, because you are young, I've always been a believer in catch and release, and just threw the Maelstrom guy into the bay. It's like, what if he lives? Like, the water is so toxic, he'll have maybe 8 months of severe cancer, and then he'll be dead anyway. And it's like, Jesus Christ, Uncle Benny is terrifying.
Hey, my idea would be to put him in a container and then put the container on one of the Nomad vehicles that's going into the corporate center.
Just ship him out to the Raff and Shiv, and then ask no questions because you don't want to know the answer.
Yeah,
in the grim dark future, they call that corpse starch. Even in death, you're still served.
Yep, that
Rufio, I love you.
that is also exactly how food is made in Mega City 1 in the Dread universe. Yeah, and Maelstrom, maybe not. This guy was pretty new. I mean, he was doomed to die anyway when the players asked for this guy's name, and just completely, head static, like, Dingus. And there was Dum Dum, so having a maelstrom guy named Dingus seems just as fitting.
Well, maybe if you put little floaties on their arms and legs,
Like,
they'll be able to...
have that as some cyberware. Just pull the ripcord. Emergency ripcord is put wherever you want it to be.
I used to play Vampire the Masquerade, so coming up with inventive ways of killing off player characters was always the fun part of being a storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
The seduction.
Is your kitty there, Will?
Yeah.
It's funny because the overlay or background is taking her out. So for a second, when your hand gets high, it looks like you're petting nothing. It like fades in and out. It's weird.
Well, my cat made an appearance at the beginning of the stream because she decided to jump on top of my chair again.
Nice. I missed it. All right, cool. We ready to go back?
Yes.
Nobody wanted to take an embarrassing mouthful of food or drink. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's just usually a
Turbo
weird
chug.
thing that we do. All right, we're back. Hey, we're back. Everyone can see us and still hear us. Now see us. Thanks everybody in chat for sticking around. We just did a little 5-minute bio break, and now we're back into the game. Kish is over at the headquarters in the conference room at Raven Microcybernetics. Just had a little conversation with her dad about working there, or, well, I guess being forced to work there, and just trying to get through it. The rest of the team is over by Savage Docks trying to take out a couple tiger claws and maybe jack their uniforms or whatever, their outfits. But Gnostics Hank and Belladonna are hiding out in an alley, kind of stealthily hiding behind some dumpsters and garbage and debris and whatnot across the street, while Scarecrow kind of danced his way over towards Savage Docks, just kind of talking really bad Japanese, purposely fucking up his Japanese, just to add to the outfit, which is horrible. But yeah, you walk up there, the two guys just look at each other like, what the fuck is this? Oh, hell no. And they pull out their guns and just start making their way towards you. What are you doing, Scarecrow?
This is like, backing up like, I challenge you to a duel of honor. Tiger-san.
Yeah, they're coming down. They're definitely like, what the fuck is this? I think you're a bit mistaken here, and you got a couple marbles loose. They pull out their guns, and they're just, starting to make their way over to you. Are you said you're backing up from them. Are you keeping a distance the whole time, or are you allowing them to approach?
He's like, as they get approach, he's like shuffling back a little bit. It's like, oh, I see you're approaching me. Well, I can't kick your ass from over there. Come on, we'll have a battle of Aikido.
Nice.
We'll see who is the mightiest warrior.
What's your movement stat?
My move is 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can pretty much keep an even distance however much you want. Their movement is not above yours. So yeah, you can do that. You're keeping the distance, you're taunting them, and it's working. They're looking at your outfit, they're laughing to each other like, let's make an example of this asshole. Let's fuck them up, and they keep making their way towards you.
I will make example of you. Aha! Come here. Put your sissy Western guns down and fight me like our ancestors have. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them just holds up the gun and shoots it at you. Do you have the reflexes to evade, or am I doing distance?
I have reflex 8.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me your evasion.
I believe that's the requirement, correct?
Exactly, yeah. So then give me your evasion. Now, if you have a reflex of 8 or higher, then you can use your evasion skill, which goes with your dexterity, to see if you can evade this shot.
Yeah.
He takes a shot at you, and you dodge it like you're in the Matrix.
Oh, Olay! Fight me if you dare.
He looks at his friend, and his friend's like, yeah, I think he... a little more skilled than I thought. Let's still fuck him up. Yeah, fuck this guy. And they start making their way towards you. The other guy lifts up his gun.
Do it! And I'm just gonna keep taunting and going for the heli.
Okay, yeah. If you're doing that, then yeah, you can taunt and do that. The other guy takes a shot off at you. Give me your evasion, and then after that shot, we'll say you're already towards the alley. The taunting's working. The distance of movement makes sense. And yeah, once again, you take a shot. You're able to evade it. They just kind of like look at each other, and then just start kind of picking up the pace, following you as you make your way over to the alley. And now let me bring up your token here so we can get a little initiative going. Oops.
I'll just say, like, as Scarecrow is running, he's definitely Naruto running towards the alley.
And
Nice.
so extended behind you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ha!
Yeah, if everybody can click on their token and then click initiative. Let's see how that ends up there.
So I'm gonna put.
That's Hank with a 15. Belladonna
put
Jack
two.
10.
I'm gonna put 2 of my solo points into initiative reaction, and 2 into no, 2 into damage. No, I can only do 1 into damage reflection. Okay. And then initiative.
Nice. Yeah, as you since you're kind of tied there with Hank, as you're backing up, the other guy takes a shot, you dodge it. You're now pretty much to the alley. Hank, Gnostics, and Belladonna, you see Scarecrow kind of like backing up towards the entrance of the alley as these 2 tiger claws are approaching. You heard the gunshots go off earlier, but it's combat zone. There's gunshots everywhere. Like, people are barely paying mind. They're just kind of moving out of the way from Scarecrow and the tiger claws, letting them go about their shit. But as they're approaching, Scarecrow and Hank, both of you have the initiative. Both over your teammates here that are here, Gnostics and Belladonna, but also these 2 tiger claws. So I'll allow Hank or Scarecrow. You 2 can either decide who you want to give the initiative to first, or you can roll for it.
I was going to say I'll give it to Scarecrow first, and I'll pull my spike baseball bat.
What's
yeah,
Gnostics? What's Gnostics doing during this?
He would have definitely unsheathed his sword from his cane, so just pulling out the sword and getting, is it his turn to...
No. I'm just saying, while Scarecrow's backing up, Hank's pulling out his bat and kind of stepping up. You can tell that they're about to take initiative over these 2 tigers. But I'm just curious, while you're seeing all this, what's Gnostics doing? So he's prepping.
Yeah, he's pulling out his sword and he's, getting ready to make the jump on these guys.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want you to take an action during that once we do get into initiative. This is something Gnostics would have done while you see Scarecrow approaching and all this is going down. What's Belladonna doing while she sees all this?
Stealth up to them.
Okay. Yeah, you see them, both of them approaching. And as Scarecrow's kind of getting toward the entrance of the alleyway, one of the tiger claws is just all attention on Scarecrow, doesn't even notice you. But the second one, you see kind of glance over and look at you as you're coming up towards the alley, but then he puts his attention back to Scarecrow, possibly brushing you off, who knows, but he did notice you. But yeah, over to Scarecrow. Initiative is yours.
I want to move into the alley so if we can box them in. If that is within my movement to do so, just scream. Hey! That's as I scum by screaming Kabuki Theater was the trigger. And I'll turn to face the guy that is closest to me.
Okay. Yeah, you have enough movement. You can get down in the alley, kind of drawing them into the alley a bit. Can't really get behind them necessarily, but you do draw them in.
Yeah, and so if
you still have an
enough
action.
just to if the guy's close enough, I want to smack him in the face.
Yeah, you can. If you have martial arts, or is it?
I do.
Or brawn. Okay, cool. Yeah, give me your martial arts.
All right. This is going to use. Is martial arts in the? No, I have to roll off the skills thing.
Yeah, it'd be under your skills. If you have martial arts, you would have written down whichever Aikido, Taekwondo, or Karate.
Yeah. No, I was checking if it was in the combat tab or not. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Martial arts. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's a hit. Give me damage.
All right. That's going to be 3d6. All right, that's 12 damage to him. And I get 2 of these, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Your martial arts and melee, all that, yeah, 2
Yep.
rate of fire 2. So give me a second one.
Yep. Oh. Should hit. That's. All right,
Give me 1
6
second.
again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a hit. This guy's trying to dodge your strikes, but you're definitely more skilled than him. You can tell that right away. Yeah, and as you do a couple hits to him, maybe a kick, a punch, whatever these martial art moves are, you can tell like you cracked out a tooth. You spit up some blood. Like you've done a significant amount of damage here. You can tell he's like wheezing a little bit as he hunches over from the blows that you dealt to him. You can tell like you significantly took this guy down a notch. But
like that. Bam.
definitely, Hank, you see Scarecrow kind of tear into one of these guys and fuck him up pretty bad. The other one looks like he's potentially about to take a shot at Scarecrow. As all his attention is on Scarecrow, and the other guy's getting hit by him. What are you doing?
I'm going after the other one that's not engaged with Scarecrow. I'll come out from behind the dumpster I was hiding behind and just crack into him with this spiked baseball bat.
Nice. Let's get some melee sounds going here from Sirenscape to be a little more intense with what's going on. But yeah, give me your melee.
That would be a 17 for the first attack.
Nice. Yeah, first is a hit.
All right, and then for the damage, that would be a 9.
9.
And since it says rate of fire 2, as soon as I smack into him with the bat, I'll pull the bat free and swing around again for another attack.
Yeah, go for it. Give me your melee.
That'll be a 14 to hit.
Yeah, the second one misses. He's able to kind of deflect it. First one hits him, coughs up a little bit of blood. You can tell it did a good amount of damage since it drew some blood. But yeah, he kind of deflects the second hit from you. And then yeah, that guy takes a shot off at Scarecrow. Kind of deflects you, but shoots at Scarecrow. If you want to give me your evasion for your reflex there.
18.
Oh, you dodge it. Yeah, he shoots at you, dodge it. And now that they're closer and kind of getting this, you can tell that these are very heavy pistols that they have. But yeah, Scarecrow is dodging these shots. The other guy basically drops his gun and tries to do like a knee and then an elbow at you, Scarecrow, the guy that you just kind of fucked up. But as he's attacking you, you can tell he's working a little less than optimal here. Like, you've done enough damage that he's working at a negative, so to speak, Yeah. But give me your evasion.
All right.
Give me 2 of them, actually.
Yeah. Oh, because judo's my thing. So if I can make this is my first time doing some fun martial arts stuff.
Nice.
21.
Yeah, you dodged the first one.
17.
Yeah, you dodge both of them. He tries the knee, tries the elbow. He's moving slow. You can even hear like a wheeze in his gasping of air. Like you might have punctured a lung during one of your hits. Like this guy's barely hanging on, But he's fighting back. He's trying. Yeah, who's next in initiative there? Gnostics.
Yeah, so he's just gonna run down the alley, and then just go immediately swiping the same dude that was just engaged with Hank. He shouts like, "Surprise, motherfuckers!"
Nice. Give me your
deliver.
yeah. Give me your stealth for fun. I'm gonna it's. That's funny. I was going to be like, dude, this isn't going to be difficult at all. I rolled horribly, and you rolled amazing. Holy shit. Yeah, you're gonna get 2 attacks here because you actually are getting kind of like a sneak attack, so to speak. You jump out, you say that, the guy's just kind of in shock as you come out with your cane sword. Give me your melee.
15.
What was it? 13?
17.
Oh, that's a hit. Give me damage.
17, yeah.
Yeah, I got 13. Give me your damage. There you go. This is the
Damn.
same. This is the same guy Hank hit.
Yeah.
So close to
I know
crits.
Fixes, but
You needed 2 for crit.
Yeah, you take a slice out of this guy, and he already takes a knee. I mean, you almost filleted this guy's chest. You can tell they're not even very armored up. If anything, maybe some leathers. But yeah, why don't you give me your second melee? This will probably, if this is successful, this will finish him off. He's barely hanging on by a hit point,
24.
and he's working at a negative. Yeah, give me the damage. You don't even need to do damage. You can describe how you end this guy.
Fucking D'Artagnan over here.
Yeah, just literally just like shove the sword right through him and then just twist it and then give him a wink as I pull it out.
Yeah.
Hey, can we say for the sake of argument, like as that sword comes through, it almost reaches Hank, because Hank was right there with him for the.
Oh
two
yeah. Why
shots.
doesn't Hank give me a luck check? Roll a 1d10. Let me know if it's under your luck.
I can live with this.
Hopefully.
Typhoid process, and it's fine. Just a little bit.
Ooh, yes, it is very much under my luck score.
Yeah, it comes through and it just barely. I mean, it pokes you. You even feel it, almost like a mosquito bite, but no damage.
I look down and it's like he hits one of my patches. And it's like, God damn it, that was one of my favorites.
And you definitely get sprayed with a little bit of blood, not only from hitting him with the bat yourself and doing significant damage to him, but now this stab through kind of sprayed on you a little as he pulls it out after the wink. The body just collapses to the ground. And yeah, the other tiger claw, back over to you, Scarecrow. He just said, oh, okay, and he just like sees his friend fall, and he just kind of like goes like that, and he kicks his gun towards you that he already dropped, and he's just kind of like backing away from you, like out the alley. Scarecrow, but Belladonna, what are you doing?
I was gonna let the boys just have their fun. As he comes my way, I'm just gonna trip him and then step on him. Like, you're not going anywhere.
Nice. You have martial arts.
And
Or
no, not
brawling?
really.
All right, yeah, well, give me brawling. Either way, either one works. What were you gonna say?
After that, I was just gonna pop out my pop-up and SMG and like stick it in his face. Like, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, you trip him as he's backing. Well, okay, look towards Scarecrow, looking at his dead body. I mean, you're kind of right behind a pile of rubble. You easily kick out your foot. He falls down. He's on the ground. He's pretty fucked up. But yeah, he's on the ground. Scarecrow.
Good. I was gonna counter throw. But as he backs up, trips. Scarecrow's gonna goes from the fucking street clown, just smooths back the mohawk. The guy tripped on the ground. He's just gonna go and just like doing like the Wing Chun fucking ground pound, like the Ip Man ground pound on the guys. Just hit his head like a goddamn speedball.
Nice. Yeah, give me your martial arts and just go ahead and give me 2 of them, just so I can determine that. And while you're doing that, let's go back over to Kish. Kish is over there in the conference room. Let me get a little kind of calm down on that combat music a little bit. But yeah, you're in the conference room, and after your dad leaves, what are you doing? What are you working on or looking up?
I go pull my combat knife out of the door, put it back in its sheath, go back to sitting down, and I'm going to start going through pictures of my brother and myself, reminiscing. And then I am going to start trying to find out if I can find any information about where he's been. I'm going to start just doing some searches on my phone, just trying to find out anything about his last gig or anything like that. Or looking on his friends' social pages, garden pages, to see if anybody has taken any pictures with him lately, or seeing if I can see him in the background of anything, stuff like that.
Yeah, and do a recap for chat knows, because we went over some of this in session 0, and then I know in session 1, meaning the conference, we went over kind of your relationship with the parents, their loyalty to the company, you and your brother. Fill in that dynamic a little bit. Kind of explain your brother for the rest of the team in chat a little bit.
Sure. So Chuck and I are our parents only, or our parents only children. If you can call them parents. Basically, they had us as just a way to pass on their genetic line. We weren't taken care of by them. We raised each other, and we were basically given anything and everything that we would need growing up. So they weren't really parents to us. We really only had each other. He was more of the wild child, and would go out and do protests, get into some try to take down big corporations, expose dirty stuff that people were doing. And Kish was the perfect little, yeah, everything's perfect and wonderful, and I've got money, and all this influence, and everything is great, and sunshine and rainbows. But she starts to, but she still loves her brother, obviously, even though he's like the black sheep of the family. Still loves him. He starts to get into some really bad stuff about the company that his parents work for. And they were supposed to have dinner a couple weeks back, and he never shows up. And then she overhears her parents talking about how he might be dead, he might not be dead, but they know about it, and well, it serves him right. He shouldn't have stuck his nose in places where he doesn't belong. At least they still have me. And they don't know that I was in that conversation. So
yeah,
now I'm trying to follow my brother's footsteps and find out what happened to him.
Yeah, there's a weird sort of tension there where it's like, family versus corporation, and they seem to almost side with the corp more than family. Like you said, it's more of just past the bloodline but fall in line, and they love you, they try to take care of you, but it definitely is more of an asset feeling than a family. Like it's a little corp vibe. Exactly. Yeah. But the brother thing is definitely a little sticky. It's a little odd. But give me another library search. Give yourself a +2 with agent. I know you're doing a lot of library search, but that's what Kish is doing. She's a media. She's on the agent. She's looking shit up. She did well with the Tiger Claw Yakuza lookup. Let's see. Nice. It comes up, and you see that, you're not finding obviously any articles, any things nothing specific on your brother. But you do find some sort of digital traces, because the equivalent of what the IP address is in Cyberpunk Red, during the time of Red, and in sort of data terms, and when people log in or they access their garden page and stuff, there is kind of the equivalent of an IP that can kind of go to different data terms, and you can see that holy shit, you haven't heard from him in a while. But he has popped up, it looks like, in a data term. He's accessed at least something in a data term, coming out on the edge of the hot zone, over near Old Japantown. You're not sure what that has to do with, but it's the first time that you've kind of seen traces of them or whatnot. But just as you see that, the door opens to the conference room, and Mr. Cromwell walks in. It looks like he's got his assistant with him. There's a couple security guards behind him. And as he walks into the room, he just kind of turns towards them and says, I'll be fine. And he closes the door with them outside of the room. And he pulls in, he kind of pulls a chair out right in front of you and just sits down and says, so Kish, you're having some concerns, and I just want you to know that, everybody take off their headphones except for Kish. Oh, and there's a +2 from Vampire Bites. Shout out to Vampire Bites. And he says, look, I know you're having concerns over the way that, things are kind of unfolding, but I want to assure you that the steps that I take in the procedure are just company protocol for, loyalty and insurance. You have to understand what we're doing here, but your family's part of the company. Kish, just play along. Out of the entire team, you're the one that we want to keep the most. I mean, I know Scarecrow's been with us now for, the past year. He's finally coming up, running these gigs, but your family is involved with some of the exec work with Microcyb, and just get through this. This is you getting into it, but you're the one that'll end up okay on the other end of this. The others are pretty much expendable. We're gonna run this till the end like we normally would, get our money's worth. But I just wanted you to know, like, don't you stress about it. You'll be fine, okay?
But you zapped me. I don't have much confidence in anything that you say.
I understand. But look, that's for visuals, How would it look if the rest of the team wakes up and you're the only one awake? So, I mean, regardless of who's kind of stepping out of line, the team's gonna have to kind of be held responsible. But I'll assure you this, if it ever comes down to a lethal dose, you'll never get that from me. So, just know that you'll be okay. The rest, maybe not so much, but you'll be fine.
Better just to get out. I mean, I can clearly act.
He stands up and just, I understand. In due time. Okay, I got to get back to work, but carry on. Get me that fucking chip too. Why are you here? Where's the rest of the team? Get to work. And he just turns around and leaves the conference.
I'm doing what I do best, okay? And they're doing what they do best. I don't want to get shot.
Yeah, in the middle of you saying all that, he's already like back turned, like closing the door, leaving the conference room. Everybody else?
What an absolute asshole. Rolling on my agent again.
And yeah, back over to Scarecrow. Yeah, both are a hit. Give me both damages for fun, but I have a feeling just one of these is going to finish this guy.
Do you want me to love him in 66 or just do 3d6 twice?
No, do separate things here. You're kind of doing the whole Wing Chun like fast movement thing. So even if the first one takes him out, you're still hitting him with the second one. You're moving fast. I just wanted to see how much. Yeah, it's a bit of an overkill. You completely fuck this guy up within a couple seconds. I mean, the first quick blow, you see it just go lifeless. He was barely hanging, but you still follow through just out of instinct and training, and just overkill this guy. He's just beaten to a pulp.
And Scarecrow's going completely deadpan, even as like the face starts to change shape a little. Pulls a tooth out of his knuckle, flicks it across. Like, I think he's my size. Just start skinning the kill.
Yeah, and Gnostics Hank, Belladonna, Scarecrow, not even doing a perception check at this moment. Like, you see that's going on with Scarecrow. Hold your thought, Hank. I want you to react to that. I want everybody to react to Scarecrow. But without even doing a perception, one thing you do notice is, like, at the end of the alley, there's like a handful of people that, like, as they were walking by, that kind of stopped and were like just kind of like checking it out, and just a couple just like laughing, like, "Oh shit, good job, my man!" And they just like keep on walking on, like combat zone style shit. You were a bit of entertainment for a moment there, possibly. But what were you saying, Hank?
I look back at Scarecrow. Remind me never to piss him off.
Overkill, don't you think?
At which point I hold up the bloody baseball bat in my hand and go, not like we can really talk. Speaking of which, I walk over to the other guy, strip him down, take off the colors, take off, pretty much everything that's identifiable about him, and then I proceed to bash his face in until there is nothing but wet meat.
Nice. I would say, with the line of work Scarecrow does, Hank making this choice, and then Jax being a Ripper Doc, somewhat normal. Kish isn't even there, luckily for her, but Gnostics, I would say, would have to at least take 1 point humanity lost from witnessing that.
I'm gonna walk to the end of the alleyway and pretend I don't see what's going on.
Are you currently Belladonna or Jax?
Belladonna.
Oh, then
That's
you
why I
take.
didn't-
Oh yeah, then you definitely take a 1 point humanity loss as well.
Traumatized the good one. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, I would say without even doing a human perception, this is your team. Hank, as you're bashing in the face, as Scarecrow, as you're wiping the blood off your face and stuff, you can tell Gnostics is just a little, like, even though he stabbed through the guy and fucked up the guy too, the overkill action, right? The excessive brutalization is what kind of, like, you see Gnostics just kind of like cringe just enough, might have fucked him up a little. And then you notice that, yeah, it was Belladonna, not Jax. Like, she seemed to cringe at it as well as she walks away. But both of you noticed that.
Hey, Gnostics, do you think I should hit them both with sedative?
I don't want to say so. Like, he's
Okay.
that dude's sleeping.
I take an air hypo out with some sedative and I walk over to Hank.
Hold that thought, because as soon as I'm done, because it's not excessive, it's just enough to make his facial features unrecognizable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's only maybe two strong hits from the baseball bat.
So maybe it's a sort of thing where, Hank stops Belladonna, like, whoa, hey, I'm just making him unrecognizable, not losing my cool. It's more tactful than you think.
Yeah, you don't see Hank, like, Hank's not heavy breathing, like, there's no fury in Hank's face. It's literally just no. At which point, as you're coming over, Hank just looks at.
Are you sure I can take the edge off?
I'm not angry. We need to make sure he's unrecognizable. At which point, I will drag that body back over to the dumpster I was hiding behind, pop it up, and toss him in.
Yeah, easily.
Okay. Fine then.
I'll throw the other guy in and tidy whities and everything else folded up neatly.
Yeah,
I'll
you
walk
got the
up
nice.
beside-
What was
Okay,
that?
go ahead. No, I was just gonna walk up beside Scary. Are you doing okay? Do you need to be calmed down a little bit?
No, it's just it may be seen as overkill, but that is oftentimes underrated, especially in an instance like this. Especially ones that are on the up and up can be hopped up on something that makes them harder to go down. So I always go in expecting that, and then sometimes overextend, but he won't be a problem for anyone.
I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Oh, I'm fine. He'll reach out and it's like, squeeze your shoulder. Thank you for your concern, though.
Leaving a slight blood handprint on her
Yeah.
shoulder, right?
It does mean a lot.
You're gonna pay for my eye cleaning.
Can that wait till after payday? Between the combat cabs and everything, I am almost skimped.
I mean,
All right,
whoever
I'll
wins
hold you to it.
already tonight probably owes us money then, because they wouldn't have won if it wasn't for us. So
I said, hey, I'm gonna
by
rip
the
through
way-
the pockets. Then wait, like, is there anything good?
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
yeah. Anything? It's like anything in the clothes.
Nice. I almost thought you were gonna forget. But yeah, give me. Why don't you, out of the two outfits, why don't Hank and Scarecrow each give me a 1d100? And in the meantime, we'll say Gnostic's cleaning off the blade, his cane blade, and kind of getting back to normal after his little 1 point of humanity loss. Belladonna as well. Things kind of settle, and yeah, you have the access to these Tiger Claws outfits, which are kind of cheap suits. They're kind of tight. They're kind of like the cheap man's Yakuza, right? But they have these sort of red bands with like the Tiger Claw insignia on it that you can put on the band. The black outfit, like you've got the gear now, and you can make it fit. Hank can definitely fit in one of these, and I'll even say Scarecrow, if you want to give me a 1d10 and let me know if it's under your luck, it'll fit perfect. Otherwise, you have to get it tailored since you got that body 8. Because these Tiger Claws were not as big or as strong as you at all.
All right. Oh
Yeah.
man. Okay. So they seem like the off the rack
Nice.
armor jacks, and it's the armband that is the most identifiable feat. That is way over.
Oh, and it's not even an armor jack. It's like customized. It's like the equivalent of what is it, the 4 SP leather or whatever.
Okay.
It's not really leather. It's not really armor jack or whatever. It's like this kind of like in between cheap man sort of faux leather stuff. Lower level booster gang shit.
So, but if the armband is the identifiable thing, could I take the armband and maybe with someone who's good with needle and thread, adjust the armband so it
Absolutely.
can go on my suit?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna take the whole thing just in case. Also, their pistols.
Agent.
Yep. You got very.
Pistols agent. Hank can have the ammo. I think you're the only one that uses the very heavy pistol.
No, I
Yeah.
use a heavy pistol.
Heavy pistol?
I use very heavy.
Are they? Oh, cause they were very heavy or heavy pistols?
Very heavy.
All right, then. Yeah.
And each one. Yeah, and other than the couple bullets they shot off, full clips and an extra clip in their pocket. They each had an agent, and then you notice one of them had a thumb drive, and then Hank, you find 90 eddies on one of the guys, and Alex, what did you roll? Oh, 87.
Yes.
Yeah, and Scarecrow, you find 87 eddies. It seems like both these guys must have just flexed on somebody, mugged somebody, or something. Both of them had a significant amount of eddies in their pocket, so that's pretty good.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Any cyberware to harvest?
Yeah. One of the guys has a cyber arm. The other guy, it's hard to tell. It looks like he might have some internal stuff going on.
Oh.
But they're in the dumpsters currently.
Hey Hank,
Yeah.
and I utilize your rippers.
Pop my rippers out. I reach back into the dumpster and pull out the guy with the cyber arm. Like, let
you
me
hack
guess,
that
you
up for
want
me?
that.
Yes, please.
Okay. And just proceed to just slice through. Is it full arm or is it like the half arm?
Oh no, it's a full arm, but just keeping in mind if you hack it off, it damages it. I believe rendering unusable or the damage. I'll have to relook that up, but I think the idea there is Belladonna would have to do, a surgery check or whatever, or cyber surgery. I need to relook that up, but there is more to that than just hacking it off. And Cyberpunk Red changed that purposely to kind of change how 2020 used to be, where every character would kill enemies and then just keep taking bodies and go into the body bank and ripper docks and try to make money on the side. Well, now you can just grow body parts anywhere, and cyberware, it gets damaged unless you can tactfully take it off. So you would have to spend time here and tactfully take it off, or Hank would damage it, and then you'd have to repair it before. But you've got skills. You could always repair stuff and work on it if you wanted. It's up to you. Don't let me deter you.
Too conspicuous, we draw too much attention.
Okay, I put the body back in.
And
Pop the rippers back in.
And you're on Maba overkill when you're about to go scabbing on someone.
It says the two that fucking just laid out these.
Oh, there it is. It's a cyber tech check to repair it. So yeah, Hank could hack it off, and then it would just be cyber tech check. Like I was saying, you'd have to repair it from the hack if you're not surgically removing or whatever. So you could, or you couldn't. It's up to you. You have cyber.
Right.
You have cyber tech. Okay. Well, yeah. Then
I do have cyber tech, but it'll draw unwanted attention.
I like that. Everyone notices Belladonna kind of maybe arguing with Jax about whether or not to take it, and Belladonna wins. She says, "Let's get the fuck out of here and not draw attention." As the team gathers up, hops into a combat cab and heads back to Raven Microcybernetics and enters the conference room. I'm just streamlining a little bit here to get the team back together with Kish. Kish, you're in the conference room.
Wiping the blood off.
First off, Kish is fucking around on her agent as the conference room door opens, and everybody walks in. I know you tried to wipe blood off on the way there and stuff, but obviously you didn't have access to a shower or a change of clothes. Belladonna even has a handprint on her. Scarecrow, where he said his thing, he has a handprint here. He's got it all over him. He wipes some off, but it's on his clothes. I mean, Kish, you can tell some shit just went down as everybody enters the room, and you can even tell that Gnostics and Belladonna are just slightly 1 HP worth disturbed by what they saw.
Oh my god, did somebody die? You guys look like shit.
Just a little bit.
Would you feel better if I lied and said no?
I mean, you're not dead, so that's good, right?
Oh, thank you. Got the jackets. He'll also pass along the spare mags to Belladonna. And now we've got 2 of these for spares.
Thank you.
And the mission is now go.
Now, what else did you get off of those guys though? The cash.
Oh, you mean Oh,
Yes,
I
both.
pull it. Yeah, I got some money.
Well,
That's how I pay for the combat cap.
Do they have anything else on them?
They have a thumb drive, actually.
Brilliant.
You want to take a look?
I mean, showed it there's a 10-minute I could use it. Yeah.
I actually pull out 2 agents. They're slightly bloody. And I kind of look at Kish and was like, would you like to see what's on here?
Maybe after you clean them off first. I'm not touching them.
Okay. I reach over to one of the pile of clothes that we took off and I start wiping them down.
Around.
There you go.
Location services on those.
Oh yeah, all agents definitely have.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus,
Yeah.
Mary. Okay. Give those to me.
Kish, you knew bodies were going to have to drop for this job to get done.
Wait, let me just turn. Give me those. Let me turn out the fucking locations on them.
While they're doing that, Scarecrow, go to the break room, get like if they've got like a bowl for like kibble or some shit, fill it full of ice, just bring it back, just put his knuckles in it. And just say, no. How is
Scarecrow?
that body's a temple? Kish, how was your time?
I'll sit across from Scary and I'll be like looking. So did you get like? Are you okay? Did you get hurt?
Oh, this is well. I mean, you can't beat down on someone without some collateral damage, but none of this is mine.
Oh, okay, good. Damn. No, it was fine. I mean, friggin' Cromwell came in and like threw his weight around and was like, being a dick like he always is. He didn't zap me, but he threatened to, so it's whatever.
Kish, give me a persuasion, and then Gnostics, Hank, Belladonna, and Scarecrow, give me a human perception.
One of the +2s that we have for mine.
I can use.
Nobody can use a +2 on contested against teammates.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. Wow.
That is
Yeah,
the most human I have been this entire game.
For
Holy
real.
shit.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, Belladonna and Scarecrow, both of you can tell Kish is lying. Gnostics and Hank can't tell. When she says, yeah, Cromwell came in flexing his weight, threatened to shock me, but he didn't. Like, she's lying.
He'll nod, note it, but he's not going to contest it. It's not right now.
And
But I did find some information out, like that could be useful. Maybe. So I didn't just like sit around and do nothing. I actually worked. I mean, not to the looks of it as much as you all did, but I did some work.
And the one thing, and the one truthful thing that you get out of that as the conversation goes on, Belladonna, Scarecrow, you can tell she's lying about something when she mentions the Cromwell stuff, but then when she talks about getting work done, everyone is aware, like, okay, this is awesome. Like, Kish found out, like, which news outlets and media outlets were kind of targeting Tiger Claws over the past months with different crime things, so she's going to kind of hit them up when it's time to break this case, and that should, I don't know, increase a little bit of believability or whatever, a little more evidence action. So that's pretty good.
Don't sell yourself short. Some jobs are dirtier than others. That doesn't make them lesser or greater. But
I'll sit down next to Scarecrow and just kind of echo that and say, Kish, there's stuff that I'm comfortable with doing that you're not comfortable doing. And there's stuff that you're really fucking good at that I can't even imagine doing.
I do think. I just don't want to. I mean, thank you for not making me go do the thing. Bella, how did you take it? Like, are you okay? I mean, when we got into that other scuffle, you seemed like just as freaked out as I was. Are you okay?
Violence, that kind of violence was not exactly into my cup of tea. So I let the boys be boys and handle their business. And as I kind of gravitate my way towards Kish. And when I get the chance, like when like after like all of our conversations are done, and kind of lean over to her and something's off. Under my breath, when you want to tell me about it, let's talk.
Hank will open up somebody's lunch and start eating.
And that's where we'll end our session. I was gonna leave it on that nice cliffhanger because I really liked the way Kish was just like, and everything was silent, like oh shit, like she can tell like I lied about something with that Cromwell thing.
My thought is that she's going to tell me about what's going on with her. That's what I'm thinking. I have no idea that she knows.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
yeah, and I was gonna leave it on that gap because I loved the thing, but then it even got better when Hank's like just starts eating people's food. Like, I don't know, I like that. But yeah, let's end the session there with the team in the conference room just after at least scoring the Tiger Claws outfits and gear. Got some eddies. You got that thumb drive. And yeah, Kish got to chat with Cromwell, got to chat with her dad, got some information about Tiger Claws and things. And yeah, we'll start next session right here. Oh, is it next Saturday we're off? Is that right, Raven?
Yeah.
Yeah, next Saturday we're going to take it off. Is it the next two?
The next two, because I think it was the 15th and the 22nd.
Or 16th and 23rd?
But that's what I meant.
Yeah.
When you guys had Gen Con?
That's not until the beginning of August.
Oh, okay.
So what we can do is, okay, so April, you have your charity thing on the 23rd. Is that what it is?
I've got on the 16th, and then I thought...
Oh, okay.
No, I'm able to game now on the 23rd, so we can come back on the 23rd.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, we'll just take off next Saturday. Everybody handle whatever you got to do. We'll just take a little break. That'll give everybody in chat a time to catch up on any of the past VODs of Team Nevermore in case they didn't get to see those. And then we'll be back on the 23rd, the Saturday after next, same place, same time. And yeah, we'll take it right where we left off in the conference room with, Belladonna just mentioning that to Kish, Hank grabbing a bite to eat. And maybe we'll start that session with the team sitting down and now discussing, what pieces of evidence they have, how they're going to connect the dots, and what's the next step. Because now you pretty much have one day till the Headbangers Ball. So it'll be a great time to kind of make some plans with what you have. Other than that, I want to remind chat to please show us all some love, not just me at Cybernation Uncensored, but also all of our players. We're all on Twitter and have different brands and things that we do and streams and content we create and whatnot. So check us all out. Show us some love. Follow, subscribe, share. Retweet and a share goes a long way. It really does mean a lot when you're creating content. So please consider that sometime, just because that would be awesome. Other than that, I want to thank my players for joining me once again. As always, I had a blast. And yeah, I'll see you the Saturday after next. Everybody also, tomorrow's my Dune stream. We're doing a makeup date. So we're still playing on the last Sunday of every month. But tomorrow, I've got the Team Witches, a full femme cast of Benny Gesserit. So tune into that tomorrow on the Cybernation Uncensored Twitch channel. All right, thanks so much. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.